Hello, everyone. My name is Anna. Today, I am going to share with you my daily routine as a teacher. You will learn some new useful words and expressions that you can use in your everyday life. Ready? Let's get started. I usually wake up at 6:30 a.m. My alarm rings and I turn it off. Sometimes I feel sleepy, but I must get up because my students are waiting for me. So I get out of bed and walk to the bathroom. In the bathroom, I brush my teeth with toothpaste and a toothbrush. I wash my face with cold water. It helps me feel fresh and awake. Sometimes I take a quick shower if I have time. Then I look in the mirror, smile, and say to myself, "Today will be a good day." After the bathroom, I go to the kitchen to prepare my breakfast. I usually eat toast with cheese or eggs. Sometimes I eat fruit like apples or bananas. I always drink a cup of tea or coffee. While I eat, I check my phone. I like to read the news or look at the weather forecast for the day. After breakfast, I go back to my room to get dressed. I usually wear formal clothes for school. I put on a blouse, trousers, and comfortable shoes. If it's cold, I wear a warm coat. Then I brush my hair and put on a little makeup. Before I go out, I check my bag. I make sure I have my lesson plans, my notebook, and my markers. At around 7:30 a.m., I leave my house. I walk to the bus stop and I see other people going to work or school. The bus ride takes about 20 minutes. Sometimes I sit near the window and think about my lessons. Sometimes I listen to music or a podcast. When I arrive at school, I greet the security guard and enter the building. I walk to the teacher's room, put down my bag, and say hello to my colleagues. At 8 a.m., my first class begins. In the classroom, I greet my students with a big smile. I say, "Good morning, everyone. How are you today?" Then I start the lesson. I write on the board, explain new words, and ask questions. I enjoy teaching. I love seeing my students learn new things. During the morning, I teach several classes. Sometimes I explain grammar. Sometimes I teach reading or writing. I also like to play small games to make learning fun. My students enjoy participating and asking questions. At 12:30 p.m., I take a lunch break. I usually go to the teacher's room. Sometimes I bring lunch from home, like rice with vegetables or a sandwich. Other times I buy something simple from a small shop near the school. I eat with my colleagues, and we talk about lessons, students, or just everyday life. After lunch, I prepare for my afternoon classes. At 1:30 p.m., I go back to the classroom. In the afternoon, the students are sometimes tired, so I use fun activities to keep them active. We read stories, work in groups, or do small projects. My classes finish at 3:30 p.m. After class, I stay at school to check homework, prepare lesson plans, and grade tests. I also talk with parents or have meetings with other teachers. Sometimes I join workshops to learn new teaching methods. At around 5 p.m., I leave school and go home. On the way, I think about my students and the things we learned today. When I get home, I take off my shoes, hang my bag, and change into comfortable clothes. I usually wear a soft sweater and sweatpants. In the evening, I rest for a little while. I sit on the sofa, drink a cup of tea, and maybe read a book. Sometimes I read a TV series or listen to soft music. Around 7 p.m., I prepare dinner. I usually make something simple, like pasta, soup, or salad. I enjoy cooking because it helps me relax. After dinner, I clean the kitchen and tidy up. Then I spend some time preparing lessons for the next day. I read books, search online for materials, and make worksheets. Teaching requires preparation, but I enjoy being creative. At around 9 p.m., I take some personal time. I might call my family, chat with friends, or write in my journal. Sometimes I just relax and do nothing. I like to have a calm evening after a busy day at school. Around 10 p.m., I get ready for bed. I brush my teeth, wash my face, and put on my pajamas. My pajamas are soft and warm, perfect for sleeping. I tidy up my room, close the curtains, and turn on a small lamp. Before sleeping, I like to read a few pages of a book. Sometimes it's a story, sometimes it's a book about teaching. Reading helps my mind slow down. I think about my day. What went well? What can I do better tomorrow? At 10:30 p.m., I turn off the lamp, lie down in bed, and close my eyes. I feel tired but happy. Teaching is not easy, but it is rewarding. Every day, I learn something new from my students, and I love my job. And that is my daily routine as a teacher. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed learning with me. See you next time.